This is a guided meditation to support you in releasing some of those less than kind things that you say to yourself, or even labels that you've put upon yourself, and connecting into the possibilities of your truth. As always, I'd like to invite you to welcome in the soothing, havening touch, gently crossing your hands across your chest and resting your fingertips on your shoulders, moving your hands down your arms to your elbows in a soothing, moving hug, or imagining that you're washing your hands under warm water, rubbing your palms together. These two motions will help your brain settle and become soothed as you participate in this exercise. To begin, let's welcome in a gentle breath to a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and an easy release to a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. I'd like to invite you to notice one of those less than kind things that you say to yourself. And usually these things tend to pop up more regularly than we may care to admit. I know for myself, I've called myself stupid for decades, and I have since been able to release that and move into a state of compassionate understanding of where that term came from and how my young self started to carry it to keep me safe, to keep me small. So as you're inviting your mind to navigate your inner world and identify one of those labels, I'd like to invite you to notice what I just said. Our young selves carry these experiences because they're taught to us. And frequently we do hold on to them because somehow they keep us safe. And as you've found this less than kind label that you carry for yourself, invite it to become the center of your awareness. And notice if you were to say that term or that label the way that you usually say it in your mind to yourself, what happens in your mind and your body as you use that phrase? Does anything shift or change? Usually, when we say these less than kind things, our little amygdala friend perks up her head and maybe even puts up her dukes to try to keep us safe. And those less than preferable feelings can start to come up of shame or guilt, even embarrassment or being unlovable. So many difficult feelings are usually tied to the painful things we tend to say to ourselves. Now that you've moved into relationship with this less than kind thing and have acknowledged where it lives in your body, we're going to take our mind and our body in a different direction. I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're now turning around from that statement or that word. And in front of you materializes a beautiful path or a staircase, whichever feels best and most comfortable for you. And waiting at the end of that path are 3 people or animals, or even things that are precious and meaningful to you. Before we start walking up this path or this staircase, first, notice 3 distinct colors that make themselves known to you as part of this path or this staircase. there shadows or lights dancing upon them? What color is the actual ground? Now look up and look around. What is surrounding this beautiful trail that you're about to start embarking on? Is it open sky? Or is this indoors somewhere? What does the ceiling look like? Notice 3 specific details of what's going on around you in this moment. And I'd like to invite you to wiggle your toes. What does the ground feel like underneath your toes? Is it a soft moving sand? Cool and wet? Is it hard marble or strong, sturdy wood? Notice the sensory experience of that ground on your toes. And even rock back and forth a little bit, inviting you to find your balance and your center. Now we're going to begin walking towards those 3 entities at the end of this trail that know you, that are special to you. I invite you to count in your mind's eye 5 steps, noticing as your heel touches the ground and rolls forward to lift you up, to take the next step with each one. And let's begin walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. And let's welcome in a gentle, steadying breath, breathing in to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and deep release to the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to begin walking up this special space again. This time we're going to take 10 steps, slow and easy. Again, noticing as your heel touches down, you roll up to the ball of your foot and push off to take the next step. Let's begin walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now you're much closer to those 3 entities that you identified earlier that mean so much to you and are very special. I'd like to invite you to notice 5 colorful details about these entities. Counting aloud in your mind's eye, really moving into relationship with their vibrant, beautifully colored selves. And once you've completed that, I'd like to invite you to notice 4 shapes that are a part of these lovely entities. The shapes of the eyes or the noses, if they're objects, what's the shape of the object, or even the texture if you're to reach out and touch it. Counting again in your mind as you identify each one. Very good. Now there's a reason why you chose these 3 people or animals or things. I'd like to invite you to deepen your experience of them and notice, what is it that happens within you when you are close to or in relationship with these 3 experiences? Welcoming in another gentle breath as you explore and connect into your mind and your body. What are you noticing as you're really taking in each of these special things or people? You notice a tension leaving your shoulders, or flexibility or fluidity showing up? Is there a warmth of connection? And just a joy at the fact that they exist. We're going to take 5 more steps, those final steps, until you're standing amongst these 3 beautiful and important experiences. Again, with another gentle breath first, breathing in to a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and release to a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this time as we walk, I want you to notice that as you're getting closer, that energy that you identified that makes these experiences, these people so special, is getting bigger and brighter. So it's wrapping itself around you in a warm, friendly, loving hug. And you're breathing it in with each step. And let's begin walking. 1, 2, 3, getting bigger and more vibrant. 4, 5, beautiful. Now, standing amongst these treasured and prized experiences, I'd like to invite you to turn around and notice that label that you started with. And then turn your attention to the experience surrounding you here and now. This beautiful staircase or the path, the colors around you, the ground underneath your wiggling toes, and most importantly, these 3 very special chosen experiences. And if all of this special beauty that you've just created and cultivated within you had a way that it would refer to you, or a label that belongs to it, what would that be? It would be a new way of thinking, feeling, or experiencing your very beingness in this world. Something to replace that old way. Yeah, you can notice it over there. It's still there. Let's focus on this new way of being. And if this experience had a name and a label, if it had a color, now what color would that be? And as you're noticing and deepening your relationship, what are you feeling now, surrounded by these special entities have been taken this lovely walk. And breathing in the color of this experience, I'd like to invite you to explore the possibility of having more of this new feeling state in your life. You can even invite in that what if question. What if I was, and completing that sentence with your chosen state. What if I was connected? What if I was special? What if I was safe or loved? Whatever it might be. Just breathing in and inviting that new color to expand within you and deepening your connection to this new felt experience. And with one more gentle, deep breath, inviting that energy to expand all the way down into your belly. Let's breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring this exercise to a loving close. And I'd like to invite you to revisit your chosen experiences, the path that you took to get here, the beautiful colors, and that new chosen felt sense, that what if opportunity, as often as you would like. Our brain loves habits and patterns, and the more we intentionally connect to something, the more we're building in a new habit that serves us in our day-to-day life. It's a joy being a part of your healing journey. I look forward to seeing you soon.